Good evening, everyone. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long night. Because we're actually the last chapter and the last class trial. So, let's see what we have for the truth bullets. Due to the explosion, the victim is unknown. The victim's identity is unknown. They were however dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time in the night before it was completed through the body. They also been chugged. That's the same one we had last time. Several rooms had been locked up until this point. The headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the bio-level was dead. The Monokuma door in the data center on the 4th floor, and the 2nd floor of the dormitory area. In addition, the area is directly connected to Mukuro Ikosawa's death or the garden at the dojo. The Monokuma room in the data center opened to reveal a small room used to command Monokuma. This is where the mastermind had been issuing hands to Earth-sign robot. The tarp found the gun had played a part of Mukuro's murder. The biolab had been stamped onto the one corner of the tarp. The same kind of tarp was found in the biolab, so there's no doubt that this tarp came from there. According to the headmaster's report, Mukuro did not have a single scar or wound when she came to Oaktree Academy. In addition, her physical features were as follows. Height 5 foot 7 inches, the weight 97 pounds, vitals 31 to 22, 32. Kyoko has confirmed that the corpse matches these characteristics. The ultimate despair. The phrase "the ultimate despair" doesn't refer to a single individual, but a like-minded group of people. 1 year ago, the group brought about the single worst event in human history. They motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people ever lived. This was a brightly colored box sitting in the headmaster's hidden room. Inside the box were human bones, the last remains of the headmaster. And in his room, the headmaster kept a photo of him and a young Kyoko together. In the photo, they are both smiling. In the photo, they are both... Did nobody check? They are both smiling. It's they. An emergency handbook was found in the headmaster's hidden room. This handbook apparently has no restrictions and was given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. The notebook was found in the locker on the 2nd floor of the dorms. Yasuhiro's name was written on the inside, and it has notes for a number of different classes. The pocketbook was found in a locker on the 2nd floor of the dorms, and based on what was written inside, it's believed to be Kyoko's. There's some kind of message scrawled on the last page of the pocketbook. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. The biolab at the 5th floor seems to have been repurposed as a morgue. The corpse fridge has been installed into the biolab. It seems that a blue light comes to indicate a slot is occupied. The number of blue lights counting the slot was with Mukuro's body inside comes to a long time. The photo depicts all the Hope's Peak students wearing matching uniforms. Worth noting that Mukuro is pictured while Makoto is not. Does that mean all the others were working together somehow? It would seem that while Toko and Jack share certain fundamentals knowledge, their individual memories are separate. Kyoko attests that both the stab wound and the blows to the head were inflicted after death. The DVD Kyoko found contained interviews between the headmaster and all the Holistic Academy students. Makoto, however, had no memory of such an interview. Thanks to Monokuma's interference, Makoto wasn't able to watch the DVD all the way through. So with that in mind, hopefully I can remember all of that, because I'm likely not going to remember it. I basically have all the skills I need, so let's end this.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win!
And I will feed you to the sharks!
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for
Oh
you.
boy, here we go.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Do you know where the aliens are?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer.
It's yes.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Oh boy.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
Because the first time it's useless.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of
No, that's wrong.
Okay, even I have to admit that was too easy.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
I figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
All of them are pretty important evidence, you know? This one too. It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
And he obviously did it by editing us out of these photos.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal article was chat. Each photo has something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is...
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Obviously, I'm the one missing in it.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
Wait, can we go back to that picture that Byakuya had? Just Hifu just falling.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's sticking at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. I realize I'm a little too quiet compared to the game. Hiro's picture. There we go. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin it. Something.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, no, no. I assure you, they're quite real.
But how can that be? We never attended a single school lecture. They're all real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either, but is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. What if we all had amnesia? I was joking! Got it.
Now I understand.
There we go.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Meanwhile, Byakuya's like, how does that make any sense? You can't be serious.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they don't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it's beside those pictures.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything.
No, that's wrong.
This somehow feels like the easiest trial I've done in the entire stream.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Toko, we have seen people kill each other over the most basic things just to get out. Do you really think I'd do this by now?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
I wonder if the PlayStation 4 version or Vita version has her say Blu-ray.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Okay, think about it. Say Monokuma had a frying pan and hit all of us really, really hard.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
I was gonna say, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else? Nobody remembers? You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
I'm sorry, it is really late for me tonight, so... And I planned to do this tonight, so I went with it, but I'm just exhausted.
That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Well, you went to the headmaster, you talked to him, and... Well, you believe that aliens exist. You can believe anything here, Yasuhiro Hatakure.
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I'm sorry, that's something some kind of sitcom way.
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
What? That's all Yasuhiro.
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
And we're staring right at each other. Wait, how are we staring right at each other? I almost forgot I wasn't trying to do the real voice.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
Hi, Sandra.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Guilty as charged.
Oopsie! You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
Or if I said that we literally brainwashed you by washing your brains, would you believe that too?
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is you're all here. Here to be in the school forever.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
Crap.
Shoot! So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really...
Of course, they have to be here.
What makes you so sure?
What exactly?
You're just... The mastermind is probably a million miles... Because masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
So I had to listen to that again because I didn't know what she said.
So who did it?
Whoever did it is
Oh my
the
god,
same that much I'm sure.
When you... Is the mastermind really...
Of course! They have to be
Here somewhere.
Oh, well, that's not it either.
Shoot! So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
that much I'm...
When you... Is the mastermind...
Of course! They have to be here.
Somewhere.
No!
Shoot! So who did it?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you... Is the mastermind...
Of course! They have to be...
What makes you...
Exactly! You're just... The mastermind is... The masterminds always lurk off in the background.
So who did it?
Wait, I
Whoever
didn't
did
hear
it
what
is
the
the
photo
that
said.
much I'm...
When you... Is the mastermind...
Of course! They have to be...
What makes you...
Exactly! You're just... The mastermind is... The masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
I told her there's someone in the school. Otherwise, there's no way they could have controlled the machine. Yep.
So who did it?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Shoot!
It has to be the last one.
So
then.
who did it? Whoever did it is that much I...
But when you is the mastermind.
Of course, they have to be...
What makes you...
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles...
There we go.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
But it's closer than what you think.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Yeah, it could be Yasuhiro there. Why do you think it's me? Well, he's been really suspicious. You were talking about all the stuff that I believed in.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
What?
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step at Ghost Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
Well, you see, they were hiding underneath the floorboard in the gym all day.
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto!
You know what? I am really sick of this. Blaming me for everything, even though I have clear evidence that I didn't do it. You could blame me for like Niagara Falls somehow blowing up.
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! Ya got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
This is the perfect time to panic.
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
We talked about nothing about the murder.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
She was stabbed in the front of the head.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Muko's actual cause of death must have been...
Shoot!
I thought that was it, like... No, it was the other words.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
We've been yelling a lot today. The body was covered with the other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
She was at war.
You're wrong.
she denied me before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
You can tell all is being denied, you know that? If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? He does a good point. This is the headmaster's handbook for
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this time, Z-Wimsy. You made me go all cutesy.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
For once I agree with you as a hero. I already know the answer.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Whew, almost missed it that time.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
What is your damage?
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Training of being ignored by Byakuya? Oh, I can't stand you, Coco. Get out of my face. He even has a face for it too.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
And that is added into the truth bullet section.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
How stupid is Makoto?
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Of course, the hands. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see her face. Mukuro had a very obvious failure tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, it should be obvious. What are the two swords this time? Just a Monokuma file, huh?
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
Ow!
Shoot!
I wasn't wrong.
You never saw their face.
So you can't have. I'm telling you
Seriously,
now.
how do you
You're
get
wrong.
that
There's
stab up?
another
It's so
part of
weird.
the. Oh? Is it the.
Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot.
No!
Shoot!
And we know what happens when I lose all my hearts. That. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh. Have we already come to the end of the debate? Well, it would seem you weren't able to uncover the mystery of the school or Mukuro's death. You know what that means? It's everyone's very present time.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Never.
I refuse to give up yet.
You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the.
Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Dang it.
You never saw it.
Wait,
So
what did
you
he say?
can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the. Or the left? Maybe the. Or perhaps.
Or could it be the hips?
The most notable feature of the tattoo is more than membership in friendlier. That tattoo was in a certain easy to spot area.
You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh?
If only I could see the evidence I have in.
Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Nope.
Shoot!
Not the head.
You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the.
Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot.
It's the left foot. Isn't it?
Shoot!
You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the.
Or the left? Maybe the right. Or perhaps the left foot.
No,
Or
it
could it be the hips? You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. Even without, there's another part of the attacker we can use.
Oh? And what fit? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
You never saw it. So you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attacker we can.
Oh? Is it
The right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot?
or perhaps
Or could it be?
the hips?
You never saw their face, so you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Shoot!
You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, you're wrong. There's
That's
another
the
part of
right
the
hand.
O.
That's the
And what is it, the right hand? Or the left hand?
Maybe the, or perhaps, or could it be the hips?
I think I got it this time.
You never saw it, so you can't have.
Any idea? I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
No, I had
You're
it.
wrong. There's another part of the O. Is it the, or the left? Maybe the, or perhaps, or could it
No, wait,
be
I forgot.
the hips? You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now,
This
you're
has to
wrong.
be very annoying for
There's
everyone
another
who's
part of the
watching.
Oh? And is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Maybe the, or perhaps, or could it be the hips?
You never saw there, so you can't have any idea who was on. I'm telling you now, it was
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly.
Okay, first I knew it was the right hand, but second, I didn't know. I forgot that I had to hold the Y button just to have that be used as the truth bullet.
A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
You did what? Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
But that pasty skin, no.
Uh-oh, no snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before any of us could say anything, Kyoko was removing her glove.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burnt skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Trust me, my feelings are very hard to crush. Or even hurt for that matter.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
How did you know I was gonna say that?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
The biolab, I guess. There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. The pool! Just stored into the pool! You go into the pool, you see her dead body, like, oh my god, a dead body!
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Could you imagine if you actually went to the pool and Home's Academy and you see the dead body? Like, oh, how did that even happen? Did she drown? That's just so stupid.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows that the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. Definitely the tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in.
Exactly.
Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers and put the coat on it afterwards.
Yep.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
How can it be a wild guess if it's actually true?
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Of course I'm getting worked up. You're ruining the killing game.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to put myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
I feel like at this point the mastermind is just stalling.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
They are definitely stalling.
Why are you bringing that up now?
That was 5 chapters ago.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Another Hangman's Gambit, I assume? No, the truth moment.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! 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 Are you sure about this? Proof! 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 Are you sure about this?
Curse my two
Are
left
you
feet.
sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? Proof! 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 Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
And I had it this time.
I refuse to give up yet.
I suck at these.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! 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 Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? I'm not listening!
I refuse to give up yet.
Gotta keep pressing A and then until I run out of bullets. I'm not gonna keep pushing it until afterwards. Not gonna push X until afterwards, that is.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! 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 Are you sure about this? Proof! 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 Are you sure about this?
Finally got it.
I'm not listening!
Oh, come on, I got it this time.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening! What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Finally got it this time. Didn't know I could do that.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights should have been.
A gun! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key of solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Then Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Tako was sixth. And Ifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
No, Hina, that's not
But
it
if
at
they
all.
wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanations for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. That's not even it.
A gun! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
It was Mukuro, of course.
Yep.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
think I know who it is.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, that
Junko.
is the one.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Remember when Maizono died?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Exactly.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
In this context, yes.
Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Haven't you been paying attention, Hiro? It's Junko.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
Oh.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
Okay, no. I would have seen the wolf tattoo on her head. Did you forget about the Coco?
Total silence? Then I must be right.
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can I really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. It's the tattoo.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Dang it, no.
Shoot!
The body it wasn't. Then she's still. That's right.
So the mastermind's true identity is.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Shoot!
I thought for sure it was gonna be the profile, but no, that's not it either.
I refuse to give up yet.
Or at all for that matter. So it has to be Monokuma Final number 5, right? Or
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Shoot!
dang it.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Thought that was gonna be a 2.
Shoot!
The body we found in it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body, so the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Wait, what did I shoot? What was the bullet point?
The body we...
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's, so the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Shoot!
The body we... That it wasn't... Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I'm actually at a loss here.
Shoot!
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we... It wasn't... Then she's still...
That's right. She made it look like Junko's, so the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
I thought for sure that was gonna be the answer right there.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko, so
Actually,
the
what is
mastermind.
Makoto
What do you
have to
say,
about
Monica?
this? For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's,
So the mastermind...
What do you say, Monica?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's, so the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Shoot!
Shoot!
Let's see. Nukuro's fatal injuries from Monokuma file number 5 and Nukuro Igasapa's profile.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Shoot!
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monica?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Shoot!
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still...
That's right. She made it look like Junko, so the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monica?
Monokuma?
Why would be the right one? I'm just saying, it's not gonna be that answer. because there's no way it's gonna be it. I'm just rolling my wheel in thought. Wait a minute. Let me check my bullets.
The body we found in the garden
Maybe this one I haven't tried before.
wasn't Mukuro.
Finally!
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Just to point out, the time limit was what was stressing me out. I was trying to think fast, and I think I was thinking too fast.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Maybe she secretly was...
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Maybe she's secretly a zombie.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it, I gently placed my hands on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
Did I get another bad ending?
Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead. I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko is not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Another Hangman's Gambit. Let's see. 8 letters. Got it. Soon as the... There we go. Now where's the last letter? There it is.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
What would have happened if Junko's and Mukuro's are both the same?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Something that was using
Right when
staff.
she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched.
I got it! The two of them, they had switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
Not even the moment after death. I thought everyone would have seen it.
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Oh yeah.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Oh crap, you figured me out?
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
That's right.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
Seriously, I think you can all figure this out by now that I am that Mukuro Gasaba.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
I can deny it no longer.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Confirm Monokuma's an alien.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
Happy to have me there.
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but we can try to deceive. He can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity not just once, but twice. The first time was during the latest investigation. No, wait, that's not it?
Shoot!
I forgot what button to push. That's not
Shoot.
it, right? No, that.
Shoot!
I meant to push A.
Shoot!
Okay, that time I thought that was it.
Shoot!
Okay, that one I thought would match too, but no, that's not it.
I
I'm sorry.
refuse to give up yet!
I mean, I have to look through the investigative evidence first and then decide which ones that I want, right? Let's see. Fast forwarding most of this since it was already voice text. So if it's true, not it, not it, not it. Wait. That's not it. I read all of this before, but maybe it's because of the new information I got that's tricking me. Emphasis on maybe. Is it a good photo? Hold on. Now I'm presenting the right evidence. It has to do with what Monokuma tried to keep me from seeing during the investigation.
Shoot!
It's not the good photo, okay. The DVD, right? So I remember seeing Junko there.
I got it!
Yes!
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster,
It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie! Looks like it broke! Out of service! What? So it just happened to break just now? Now then, when doesn't... Now, then, when doesn't matter. Battery can shake anywhere, anytime.
That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal that. I was really do that.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
I think I got it.
That's impossible!
No, that's not it.
What do you want? That's impossible!
This should prove
There
it.
we go. It was like, why isn't it shooting?
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I knew it was right, but I must have put it in too early.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all of these pictures. The unusual circumstance is
I got it! Junko's face.
I immediately saw it.
The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
Hi, Flame Crystal, how's it going?
Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
How's it going, Flame? You mean like from the Garage Kids pilot?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Yeah, way to go, Makoto.
Xanadu times 2!
Wouldn't that just be Xana?
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Closing argument. Oh boy. Let's see. the hardest part. Mostly because I can't see the pictures. Hopefully that's right. That one's definitely right. Why would this be here? This one's already on the manga panel, so that's modified. That's not even supposed to be here. I wonder if we get this right. Let's see if
Here's
I can do this
exactly
right.
what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, but that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima.
Got that one
Her
right.
body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Nope, definitely didn't get that one right. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events of the case. Okay, what didn't I get right? That's from the first case. That's from this case, and it's already in there. Second, third. Aha! What if I... move this here?
The killer is you! Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
No, that's not either. Wait.
Here's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think...
Yeah, I had it backwards. got those two mixed up too.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yep, that's it.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
I'm gonna be fair in saying that it was because of the arrangement of the mask that got me mixed up.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
And that one right too. And that one.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima.
Wait, did my follower goal go up?
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
It did, but... Okay, that's not it. I was trying to refresh it. Let me see. Nope.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
She started thinking, oh, Chad, I lost.
Over?
It's not always that I say it's over.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What's going on? There's smoke coming out of... Oh, it's Junko and Enoshima, the ultimate despair!
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
I am the queen of this whole big academy! You are all my peasants, and you shall all bow down to me!
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world! We've even drawn up the deed already! We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking! Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want half the world.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I heard you told me like every single thing about your face is wrong. You look so ugly. Like, come on. Toko would definitely say that to her.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school.
I got it! That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. and you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are totally Photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to heck and back. Just like computers and junk. Oh, so those aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
Is there a way to refresh? Because the sound alert didn't go off. The alert didn't go off. I'm probably gonna have to look it up after I finish the stream.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
Wait, they are related? I'd say if I was
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
Like she was waiting to reveal it.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
She changes personalities really fast, without even having an actual way to show it, other than the hair and the way she talks.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
I feel like we're getting a behind the scenes thing going on here, like behind the scenes of Danganronpa, not just the killing game, but all of Danganronpa.
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
In a word, she was filthy. No, that's one of them. She was a slob. There we go.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I thought the other reason was because that she resented her twin sister.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Huh? This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar?
What else could it be?
Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
You were a baby.
So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
I think I counted like 16 despair in that sentence.
What the hell is wrong with you?
For once, I agree with Yasuhiro Agakure here.
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness.
Why, sister? Why? That's the sound of her dying.
I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You do know that my other personality is right here inside me, right? Don't you just compare her to me?
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak. So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Nobody is perfect.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Talk over the 100th time. Nobody is perfect. Even I'll admit that I'm not that perfect.
You're not perfect?
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are. Yap, yap, yap!
So, did she just have that Monokuma doll underneath her and then she just picked it up just so she could do the Monokuma voice?
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
He's just learns the poem.
And then we'll have our victory.
No, that's when he just slams it like.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
Here, you don't ask that kind of question.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back on what Monokuma has told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. What the heck? Look at the kind of stuff today like that happened a billion years ago. Your answers bore me. No, you're the alert snooze fest. I can feel my spirit breaking, but I have to get myself together. I need to calm down and think about it one more time. It's gotta be something that waits on us.
Shoot! I got it!
Yeah, my first thought was
You're
Mars, but I had to
talking
be
about
sure.
the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Yeah, Sayaka's involved her past as a singer. Mondo's involved his brother, who was a Yakuza for Crazy Diamond. I don't know about Taka and Hizumi's. Leon's was his baseball career, which he hated.
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
The theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was split up by family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was... No, that's not it.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Obviously it wasn't love triangles, because there was no love triangle involved in hers.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
The third motive I know was involving $10 million, which I think should have been 10 million yen. For the second murder, the motive's theme was... That's where we got those weighted envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how he used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was...
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The theme for the third murder was the reason Celeste turned to murder us. She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time, the motive for murder was...
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
$10 million!
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... what was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive from the fourth case was... no, it wasn't blackmail.
I got it!
Betrayal, that's what it was!
In her case, it was betrayal.
Because Monokuma betrayed Sakura, or Sakura betrayed Monokuma.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards.
Okay, it's betrayal to someone else. Not Monokuma.
Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment.
Hold on, I'm trying to check, because it's gonna bug me as soon as I finish. Because I'm pretty sure I have the alert box separately. Sorry for pausing the stream, but... just gotta get it out of my chest. I'm sorry for doing this so late, but... just trying to make sure I got it all. there we go. Let's see. Okay, they're not connected, so... I know I didn't pause it, so there's that. Maybe not. I don't know, I'm gonna go back to the game.
And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
I think we're almost done with the speech. Okay.
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
Well, you see, I don't really care about you all that much.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
Making sure I got everything right, though. Not the game, I just... Okay, the alert isn't paused, so there's that. Alright, back to the game.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing.
That is true, seeing is believing.
I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Monokuma has taken over the entire world.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
Well, not sure that was footage from Independence Day, but if we always heard me sound like that.
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die.
What if when we all saw that, we all went to Whole Freak Academy just so we can escape that death hole?
I don't remember. Ain't a fucking excuse no more. Because now it's time for the final class trial.
Get ready.
Come on, bitches. Remember or die. What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Not every one of us.
Come on, bitches!
Jennifer
What the fuck
Jack's memory.
When it comes to that crazy, I don't understand. What's the meaning of? Is this another one of?
I mean, what am I supposed to be
Nobody.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
Wait, oh! I could have just hit X to look beforehand. I'm an idiot. Should have done it a lot sooner. I'm sorry, just looking real quick. So I'm trying to do this while I'm streaming. I know it's stupid, but I have to do something. But it's gonna have to wait.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Coco, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer!
Yep, there she is.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
I think they get along pretty easily if they weren't just...
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen.
Okay,
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
it's all up to her.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More important, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no!
Tragedy?
You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Then she goes up to Miyaki and kisses him in the cheek. And suddenly, I remember everything!
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I feel like the actress had to say that in one breath, and it was pretty awkward. Whenever she had to just stop, catch her breath, and try to do it again with a retake. In fact, several retakes. What? I know, right?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
She just said it so casually, no less.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
No.
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down.
Like
It's
Theo
okay.
Stan.
There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you.
So this one time at fashion camp,
It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
they're all the same answer, so...
Correct! Well done, peasant!
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
She does have a point. That's exactly how I've been playing.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean.
That just repeats the premise of a multiple choice answer.
Sick.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
I'm the only one left. I can't just... So now he just breaks... Byakuya just breaks down, he's on his knees, he's like, oh my god. I'm the only member of the Kami family who's left. Please, a moment of silence. I must grieve.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
She knocked all you out of the frying pan and you were all in coma for a whole year. How am I supposed to know?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here. Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
You said it was 1 year ago.
Huh? 2 years ago? Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
That she's crazy?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
Alright then. You asked for it, Junko.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko said is true, if we first came here 2 years ago. But the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We're going to be in circles for a while, everyone.
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Let's see, do we have any more truth bullets? Kyoko's account and the locker notebook.
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
I don't want to believe it, but I know there's evidence that reveals the time as students we lost.
The picture.
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just
No, wait, I had it.
surreal.
Plus, if 2 years, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
She sounds like an alien when I speed
I
up.
could never lose.
We've been living here for. Hell no! I mean,
I haven't gone to any awesome school. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Nope.
Shoot!
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school event. Heck, I've never even gone to a single
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed,
Shoot!
What do you think?
If I've really lost 2 years then how much of my years have I lost already?
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
we've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
That seems to be. That seems to be
Shoot!
the right of the wrong one.
I refuse to give up yet!
Let me think. Shoot bullets. In his hidden room, the headmaster kept a photo of him and young Kyoto together. In the photo, they are both smiling. That doesn't help. The handbook. An emergency handbook was found in the headmaster's hidden room. This handbook apparently has no restrictions and was given to the school's ultimate authority headmaster. It has to be the locker notebook. So he has gone to different classes. The locker pocketbook doesn't do anything. The group photo doesn't do anything. So it has to be the locker notebook. So he has to have gone to different classes.
Years worth of memory.
Oh, we can even do it while I'm in the. Oh, sorry.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single...
No, that's wrong! Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
That's what you think, but you had it.
What's up? Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that.
He's starting to remember everyone.
This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
What is with her?
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Oh, come on.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Well, our memories come apart. Is this something about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall the first time, and that was... No, that's not it. It was when I fainted.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
But everything looked like
When I
earthbound.
first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The look on here is like, oh my god!
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Did they?
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other. But
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated! What a terribly tragic tale! Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
There might be some way.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it! All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair! Our plan to bring despair to all mankind!
That's your thing, not ours. The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
It almost looks like Mizuno has her hair as black instead of blue.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end.
And bloody it was.
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception.
They all trashed it.
The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
If it was any of those, then she would have said something about it.
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
She wanted to see genocide, I guess.
Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
Oh boy.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
I'm sorry I haven't been quiet lately. I've been focusing on the story.
The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
So there were 62 other students.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter! Ah! I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
You.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
You. The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us was... Okay, it might have been the headmaster then. Not headmaster, prime minister. The headmaster... Hyogo's dad. No, wait, I already...
Shoot!
Answered that one.
I got it!
The interviews.
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
That seems
We
most
believe
likely.
he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
That there are two people known as the Ultimate Despair.
He had no idea that we, the Ultimate Despair, had already made our way into the school.
I was joking.
So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
Okay, I wasn't joking. It's more like I predicted it.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
Huh?
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
So as soon as you were inside, you planned to give despair by setting up the killing game.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
And you let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because it was fun.
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match.
It is a dog-eat-dog world over there.
Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
So basically a dog-eat-dog world.
What are you saying?
That's a dog-eat-dog world, Makaro. How did you be thinking what you were saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world. That was... I know that song is Hangman's Gambit. They hijacked.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
They're police officers and like they have a battery and I'm like, go! They like just use their compass to get us out as well, like getting like firemen and hospitals, ambulances anyway.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
She had a giant laser and just blasted them all.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Wow, that actually is the first time I heard Makoto swear.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
Pretty much.
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
It's useless, 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 useless!
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth. Full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
Especially when they're right next to me.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
By giving everybody depression.
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
What? See, even she's confused.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure.
I was gonna say something like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do when this is over.
Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
You're just trying to get into our heads. Oh, like I haven't been doing that all week.
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
She's right about the creatures of instinct part.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple!
It's both to me.
You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
Yeah, I've been streaming for... Throat. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
You are just making it so that we all vote for you and despair.
Just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
So the image I saw earlier when I picked for Kyoko to die, that is going to happen.
What? You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me and make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb!
Oh boy.
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will
That is
force
pretty
you out,
fair.
ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
In Hope Street Academy for eternity. Sacrifice me?
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
At this point, they would not vote for Makoto.
Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have
Besides, Kyoko...
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one. Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray a father, could you?
what?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Pretty sure even she wouldn't vote for Hope.
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
Just panning to her face, like.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope. And your stupid life!
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Okay, the notebook's gonna be Photochemical Headmaster.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Like
if I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
The entire quarter.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Okay, the entire half is useless.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Only the last 4 are right. Only the last 4 have to be the right.
All of you will have to leave.
The right one.
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
This has to be the very last one, right? No. There is no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed by despair. You claim there's no hope left in the world, but if despair is contagious, like you said, then so is hope. I'll use my hope to plant the seeds of hope inside everyone else.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Nope.
Shoot!
That's the wrong one.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
what am I wrong myself? That one has to be for Kyoko. That one has to be for nobody.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die,
In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will...
meh. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
So, will you just die?
She's the only one who can't aim.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, this has gotta count.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
Crap, I missed.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Shoot! We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of hope. By the way, the air outside is totally the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers in the
Shoot! We won't give as long as there's hope. We'll never give up.
No, that's
If
all
I were to die,
and it doesn't count.
that would be the end.
Shoot! We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Don't lose hope now.
Hope
All
is the
my
answer.
fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here.
Yeah, one
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
That's a spirit hero.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here
Now
is
wait for the
thanks
next
to the
one,
air
which is
purifiers
gonna
in
be
the
right
physics
now.
lab.
And Hina.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
There you go, Aoi.
Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life
Soon as
you've
we
all been
stop.
living will come to an end.
Meh.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting.
Please.
Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
That leaves Byakuya.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words,
The communal life you've all been living will come to
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only
And it's gonna
death
be at the
and
third
despair
class.
are waiting.
More class.
Don't lose hope now.
Alright, what does they have to say?
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Snobby jerk
But
face.
don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give
I
up.
can hear the game's intro.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would
Get
be
ready,
the end
everyone.
of Hope's Peak Academy.
3, 2,
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end. I can keep on living as long as I have my master's
That's the spirit, so we'll go and genocide chill.
All of you will have to leave.
The spirit. Come on. Come
You'll
on,
have to go into the world
The world
outside,
left.
where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do?
You'll go
Will
to the
you
other one
just
left.
die? Is that what you want?
No way that I had it?
We won't give up. As long as there's hope,
We'll never. If I were to die, that would be the
Alright.
end.
Time to get a
By
feel
the
for
way,
that hope.
the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words,
Get ready,
the
everyone.
communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the
So,
What will you just die? Is that what you want?
now! Don't lose hope now!
Yes!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
He was luck altogether.
I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
To give all of you hope.
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
That actually fits. And it's even more fitting because the song ended.
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still. Time for the last one. The moment of truth, everyone.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Buddha, Buddha, Buddha!
Suffer from despair.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into your memories. Despair into nothingness.
Hope keeps on going. I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
She starts to disintegrate. I beat the game. That has to be a B. Yes. I'll take it. I'll take the B. And the last few 100-mile coins. Thank you.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
Alright. And now, one last time. We win the lottery! Give me all of that money. Give me all of that from her to spend.
Hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created an incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
Return this far and fail at the very end.
True despair.
It's the most ultimately ultimate despair. Well, what are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly I was born into the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. I once in a lifetime experience. It is my first and most colossal despair. Here, at the moment of death, to have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair. The interfere of my dreams.
True despair.
I am so happy, hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, she said she enjoyed this?
Anyway,
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I can't where I want or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is always despair, inside is always despair. No matter halfway you go, despair awaits you. But that's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yamakoto totally seduced us to work to his side. Everyone.
hey,
You said that despair is our containers within the trees.
however,
But the same is true of hope. all you have to do is live for it to see how true that is. To Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain!
There's one last thing.
Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung over the that's no skin on my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in the way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some help. But there is a fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that you still find the cling to your hope. Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
it can't be.
You really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? But hold on! It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living leaves me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste of despair and death that I only get once in a life. I only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way!
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair. even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
Excuse me.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Congratulations! Junko has been found guilty! Time for the punishment! And I want the dragon for once, because she controls me.
Everyone get ready. Is she gonna hang herself? She's gonna put herself into all of them. The ultimate punishment. The 1,000 blows. The cage of death. The burning of the vest of the Caecilius switch. Excavator devastation. Blast off! Wait, that's what she put the headmaster in! At the school lesson.
Please! Send them! Just send them!
There we go. I was waiting for it to cut me off. And that was the end of Junko Enoshima. Now, did I actually say anything after that? And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. The end. And like that, not only did I get the Monokuma hair tie, but I beat the game. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. It felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there, in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Junko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Junko. It was Kyoko who broke the silence. Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up till now, up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it for us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to the store?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out, she said that, just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct.
I mean, Junko never said specifically that she let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about. My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I take my scissors and steal them so far. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Will they leave? We can go outside. And that means me and the master can get married. And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out of it. It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But, you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
For serious?
maybe when we get out of there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of the door is the world as peaceful as we remember.
A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be a lot of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are we gonna do if you guys want more donuts? Sorry, there. And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, then I'll grow some wheat.
I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Hina. You totally opened my eyes.
Ooh!
Hey, President Space Buddy! You're seriously creeping me out!
Makoto,
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone. Even if the world is steeped in despair. As long as I have people here like yours, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There are so few of us, and we're so small. So what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Here it goes. It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open with my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door for the future. Here it comes. Let the doors open for the future. The future of hope. They have entered the gates of heaven. Or at least an interpretation of it. Alright! I beat the game, everyone! Alright, I don't want to get beat. I don't want to get. Okay. I'm gonna start right now. You can't hear it, but I did this to avoid copyright. That's what I can. Let's see. I think I know exactly what you made tonight. Wait a second.
Interesting.
Huh?
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
I didn't know I could skip the outro, the ending, I'm sorry, so that's why I went to the intermission.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
He's not dead? Oh no. It looks like a rice ball.
Danganronpa.
Anyway, that is literally the whole game. All 6 chapters and the epilogue. Don't want to see that face again. There we go. Anyway, I already know who we can raid tonight. We're going to raid Azure Arc. So anyway, I hope you all have a good night. Take care, and woo! This was a doozy. Good night, everyone.